Hey, space lovers, welcome back to the place called home and decipher the unfathomable beauty of our universe. Today, we are gonna travel along the sophisticated leap developed through continuous struggle by the brands in space tech, NASA and ESA. Yeah, the James Webb Space Telescope, named after a prominent scientist who served as the second administrator of NASA during the 1960s. It was launched on 24th of December 2021, aiming straight into the cosmos. To be precise, it is one of the most ambitious missions of NASA. As promised, it would satiate the curious minds like you guys with a sophisticated glimpse of the universe that existed before the formation of cosmic beauty we witness today. So be ready, guys, to traverse back in time and decipher the unknown tales of destruction that led to creation. The revolutionary $9 billion infrared telescope was thrusted to infinity by the Ariane 5 rocket. Ariane 5 is a heavy lift launch vehicle developed by Arianespace for European Space Agency. This telescope will reach its destination in solar orbit about 1 million miles from Earth. Its predecessor, the famous Hubble Space Telescope, orbits the Earth from 340 miles away. It is about 100 times more sensitive than Hubble and is expected to transform the understanding of the universe and our place in it. With the objective of deciphering the happenings after the giant destruction, that is, the Big Bang, it is already on its way to the cosmos. As per our observations and mathematical formulations, we believe that the early universe was so hot and dense. As it cooled down with time due to nuclear interactions resulting in the formation of atom. After a few million years, due to giant dance of gravity, electromagnetism, and nuclear catastrophe, stars and galaxies were formed finally. To decipher and unravel the mysteries associated with creation, James Webb Telescope is indeed a master of the sea. The real advantage is that it utilizes infrared rays that can traverse through dust clouds, minimizing the losses we faced earlier because of other waveforms like visible rays and microwaves. As predicted by Einstein in his theory of relativity, universe expands, so does the light. Light traveling from distant sources appears to be lengthened as a consequence of Doppler effect. This stretching is commonly called as redshift. Now let's come back to our destiny, that is the James Webb Telescope. The mirror of James Webb Telescope is quite large. As you all know, the more bigger an object is, the more light it captures and the more clear the picture is created. That's how every camera works. The James Webb Telescope is made up of 18 hexagonal segments. This shape has another advantage too. It will actually help the telescope to unfold and fold according to the required situation. After sophisticated optical phenomena and filtration, it finally reaches the hypersensitive infrared detector where protons are actually converted into electrical voltage. Now let's discuss about the constituents of James Webb Telescope. It actually consists of four instruments. At number 1, we have near infrared cam, working in near infrared range about 0.6 to 5 micron meter. It will allow it to detect light from the first stars of universe. It is also equipped with chronographs. What are chronographs actually? Let us understand it through a daily life experiment. All you need is to imagine that you are blocking the view of sun by your hand. By blocking the bright sunlight, you can see the path ahead of you. You got it? Okay. A chronograph follows the same principle. By using the chronography, the researchers will actually see faint stars, galaxies, and even take their photos. To decipher the physical properties of cosmic creatures like water, air, etc., it is equipped with another marvel in optical tech and spectrometry, that is, the near infrared spectrometer. Its range is approximately from 1 to 5 micron meter. It is the basic of spectrometry you all should be aware of, that every element has its characteristic spectra that is unique and elegant at the same time. NIR spectrometer will study the spectrum of light emitted by cosmic marvels, thereby deciphering their temperature, mass, and chemical composition. The NIR spectrometer is equipped with a superpower that provides spectroscopic data of hundreds of objects at once. How is that even possible? Wait a bit, my curious friends. It was achieved by almost 10 years of continuous hard work of greatest minds of century. The tech is called as the micro shutter system. This is made up of 250,000 shutters that open and close simultaneously. It actually blocks the irrelevant light, thereby allowing us to see even the faintly lit objects. The third component is indeed the life of telescope. As there is huge amount of light in the web of cosmos, so we couldn't observe all of it. In order to capture only the relevant amount of light, it has to be constantly directed at interested targets. This is achieved through the fine guidance sensor. So all set to decode the mysteries of universe? Wait, you skipped the thick dust clouds. The normal range of infrared light couldn't penetrate into these dense clouds. So we need a more developed and powerful tool. Here comes the savior, the mid-infrared instrument. It is of range 5 to 28 micron meter. That's the solution. Longer waves can penetrate the thick dust clouds. So by this technological advancement, we can observe the red-shifted light from newly formed stars and distant galaxies. As believed by the pessimists, with a new technology, there always comes a problem. Same with mid-infrared instrument. Unless it is cooled to 6.7 Kelvin, it starts capturing its own heat. That is indeed a serious problem. So what next? Curiosity and urge to succeed drove us through this too. And scientists developed an additional cooling system called as cryo cooler. You can imagine it as an advanced refrigerator that helps MIRI to constantly maintain its temperature. There comes another problem of heat radiation from sun, earth and the moon. If not protected, our telescope will become stardust as early without any observation. To meet the need of our engineers developed a passive cooling system called the sun sheet, made up of 5 layers constituting a special film of Kapton that can withstand very high temperature. Each layer is coated with aluminum and first two are coated with doped silicone that protects it from even higher temperature. It will travel to a special location called as Lagrange point 2. It is one of the places in solar system where gravitational forces allows the object to remain in fixed position relative to Earth. After all this, let's actually know how James Webb Telescope is a big deal. As stated earlier, it will traverse back in time by imaging the earliest objects formed after the Big Bang. It will also help us to unravel mysteries of supermassive black holes, distant alien worlds, if exist, dark matter, and much more. So, my fellow curious minds, be ready to decipher the universe with James Webb Telescope, as I will make another video on the promises and achievements of this giant. Until then, stay curious, stay mad, and keep deciphering. If this video added value to your life, then support me by hitting that subscribe button. Let's make it grand like the cosmos. Thanks for watching.